Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt and it is finally Maniac Monday. I hope each and every one of you had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you got to watch something good. You got to hang out with some family or friends or loved ones, whatever it is that makes you happy, all that jazz. Um, my weekend was nice and uneventful for the for the most, except for I'm thinking about you, Brenda. You're always in my heart. I hope everything's all well with you. I know you're gonna eventually watch this video. Um, Now on to today's movie. Today's was one that I was gonna do last Friday, but after watching the much anticipated Doll Syndrome, one that I really really wanted to see. Um, that had to immediately be bumped ahead because it was just so good. Now, not saying anything against this one at all. This one's good enough to be pushed even further till this Friday. But like I've said before, I like to go out with a bang on Friday, and I like to start with a bang on Monday. So this one fits perfectly on a good key, on a good start, and I'm happy that I'm finally getting to review this. I watched one of the sequels yesterday, and I loved it, and eventually I'll do the other sequels. I'm just in no rush. Maybe in a year I'll do one of them. I don't know. We'll just see. I don't want to do it too close together because it'll seem too monotonous and like I'm reviewing the same movie three different times. My opinions might change between now and then too. Um, Now, on to today's movie. It's from 2015. It's definitely not rated. If it was, it would have at least an NC-17 at the very most, or at the very least. I mean, it's running about an hour and a half, hour and 29 minutes. Starring Krystal, Pixie Adams, Amethyst Young, Bailey Page, Cayt Feinics, Ashley Lynn Caputo, Bob Glazier, who's always goofy, or not goofy, but is always entertaining to see him in there. His roles are always great. I got Amerikan Holokaust on the way, and I can't wait to see what he does in that. And hopefully I'll get my hands on a copy of Cannibal Claus here in the near future as well, because I'm curious. It's also got Joel D. Wynkoop, Paula Sierra, Lisa Madrid, Kart, Joe Makowski, and then of course the porn star Evan Stone, who his little cameo in there just cracks me up. It's not very long. Um, Long enough, I guess, for them to put his name on the on the list of starring, and this is none other than, like I said, from 2015. Death-Scort Service. Da, da, da. Yes, this is a very cool movie. This is the only Blu-ray version here in the States that I know of from Gator Blade and Sleazebox in conjunction with Icon Studios, which, like I said, I got Amerikan Holocaust on the way, so I can't wait to look forward to that one, or can't wait to see that one. Looking forward to possibly doing a review on that one as well. There's the little Sleazebox logo. As far as the back goes, even though it's edited, I'm gonna cover it up anyway. There's your special features for you guys that want to know what's on there. There's a little bit of stuff on there. As far as packaging goes, there is zero reversible cover art. This is a BDR, folks. This is not a Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray recordable. This is not a standard Blu-ray, which is kind of a bummer. I imagine if you got onto that Indiegogo or something like that, you got an actual pressed one. I know that Black Lava has a copy of this. Does anybody know anything extra about that one? Is it a longer cut? Is it a shorter cut? Is it the same cut? Is there anything cool or different about it? Is the picture quality better? I don't know. The picture quality is pretty darn good on this one. I don't know if you can really get it any better unless you did like a 4K scan. But honestly, I don't think it'll really affect what we got going on here. Just because it's not supposed to be a high budget monster picture, being that we're coming into Oscar season and all. I mean, whatever to that stuff. I used to really care about that, but the older I get, the less I do, because I would rather spend my money and my time on independent features like this and stuff like I got Violet coming here in the future. I'm looking very forward to reviewing that. I've seen it already. I was very lucky to screen it. Sam, the director that did that one, he was very kind to let me screen that film, and I will be doing a review of it once I get it, because I wanted to wait on that one so you could see the packaging and everything, because it's going to look beautiful the way he has it presented, and I've already seen what he's got going on, so you guys will love him. Which, by the way, that film is freaking amazing. I really enjoyed that first feature length. It was really good. Top-notch work there, Sam. Yeah. Back to this one, though. They also, I guess, basically what the story is on this is you got these prostitutes that are getting picked off one by one in a standards slash stock and slash type thing. There's shower scenes. There's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of boobies and butts and vaginas, and you even see penis, and you see it all in this. I mean, for the company being called the Sleaze Box, it definitely fit. It's definitely sleazy. I really, really enjoyed it. But back to what it is, and this is set in Las Vegas, by the way. Which honestly, I wasn't sure if it was Vegas or Florida, being that it's called Gator Blade Studios. I figured they were based out of Florida, but I am wrong. Or at least this movie is based out of Nevada, Las Vegas. But there are escorts that are hooking up with these different Johns. One is going around one by one, killing each and every one of these prostitutes that are friends. There's a whole story about a girl that was brutally murdered on her very first night of prostituting, her very first trick. She gets brutally murdered and killed by her John. Now, they never caught the guy that did this, which was kind of insane to think. You would think there would be some sort of documentation, even though, I mean, I guess it's Vegas. The prostitution's legal to a point. Escorts, they're all over the place there. That's for sure. I've never been there, but I have been told lots and lots and lots of stories. Some I believe, some I don't. Some are right in between. I'm on the fence with. But this one has some insane stories going on. Back to what I was saying. The girl gets murdered by a guy that they never catch. They set it up basically to make you think that that's the killer running around doing all this. There's a nice little twist in there. It was kind of revealing, kind of like, I hate to say the name of the film, but Friday the 13th, the way they revealed it in there, it was very, very reminiscent the way they did that. It was done very, very well. I applaud them for the end. I hate to, it's one of those things. Oh, the ending was the best thing I saw. It was the best thing I saw. It actually, it started off good, and it just gradually got better as it went. And it had a couple little low places where I got a little repetitive and a little boring. But you watch part 2 and there's like 3 or 4 shower scenes in that one, and that talk about repetitive, but it's still very good, but nowhere near as good as this one. This one's definitely the best out of the 2 I've seen. I will check out part 3 here in the near future, because why not? I got all 3 of them for Christmas. Why not? Anyways, let me get on. I don't want to give too much more away on the story for this one, just because there really isn't a ton of story at all. It's prostitutes getting murdered. There's a guy going around killing prostitutes, and he's masked. Yep. And he kind of resembles the guy on the cover. Yep. It's very, very cut and dry. Now, on to my ratings. Technical side, there are things about this that are a complete mess. Some of the effects are definitely, well, all the effects. The effects are very fun. They're done very overboard, which is why I kind of liked them. There's a scene with a baseball bat where that gets pretty brutal. All everything about this, the scenes last longer than you would expect. Like, they're long scenes. Like, the movie is only 79 minutes, so it's just under that 80 it's 80-minute mark, which is fine. That's where I like my films to roll at, because I have a short attention span as is, and there's always other stuff I need to do. And of course, there's always the dreaded, I have my phone in my hand bit, and so yeah, that's when I'm looking down over here, that's where I'm reading my notes, because sometimes I forget things about movies, and I shouldn't. This one, unfortunately, I've watched 4 movies since I've watched this one, so it's not as 100% fresh. But I can tell you, like, you play it, and I can tell you how each scene is going to play out as we're watching it. And I can tell you exactly what happens throughout the entire movie as far as that goes. I don't forget the movie. I just forget little bits and pieces here and there. But that's probably for the better, in my opinion. So that way I don't, because I like to keep these as spoiler free as possible. It's just a guy who hangs out and watches movies and has opinions about movies and just wants you guys to listen. That's it, and I love the fact that you guys are interactive with me, Kyle. Yes, you always are, which is always awesome. I'm thankful for all of you guys on this one. So please stick around, like, share, and subscribe. Back to today's movie. Like I said, I was going to do this on Friday, but it got pushed back. Whatever. You guys already know that story. Back to, there's some messes in this as far as storyline goes. Gets a little boring on that side for as far as a storyline, but it's so entertaining in the aspect that you don't get bored. I never got bored once during this movie. Please check it out. So I'm going to give it, on the technical side, it's only going to get like a 2, because it, like I said, on the 2 to 5, on the 3 or the 1 to 5 scale on that, it's kind of a mess. Not really the best. It needs a little work. Which, you watch part 2, they've cleaned up their work. You can tell they're a little more educated into film, even though this wasn't their first feature. They did other films before this. I think, Die Delta Pi, I believe, came out before, and I think Amerikan Holokaust was before as well. I could be wrong. But anyways, so it's only going to get a 2 on that technical side. But there's a huge but. We're going to roll over onto that entertainment side. This thing has everything you could want. It's got blood and guts. It's got boobies. It's got some comedy sprinkled in through there. The story, it doesn't have like what you would say good acting. It's basic acting at its finest. The killer is the best actor I feel in the whole movie. Evan Stone is not really, he's a guy who gets paid. He's a porn star, so he's probably one of the biggest names on here that I recognize. So, he's not much of an actor. I've seen some of his movies. That guy's weird, man. He makes some strange faces and does some strange things to those women. Not really my forte of film, that's for sure. But anyways, it's got everything you want, and then some. It is definitely the American way. It is excess at its finest, and this has it. It is so sleazy and scummy and awesome in the same sense. Like this thing, I'm gonna give. I don't give out this number at all to as far as a full number, because no film's going to get a 10 from me, that's for sure, but it is going to get a 4, so it's going to get a solid 7 on the Richter scale. That's pretty good in my opinion, considering it's only got or 4, that's only a 6. Let's change that to a 5, because I want it to be a 7. I don't want to give a 5 either. We'll just say on the technical side it's a 3, and the on the entertainment side it's a 4, and we'll give it a 7 overall. I don't give out 5s very often for as far as entertainment or technical goes. This one isn't quite a 5. I've seen a few that I would definitely say is a 5, but this is not it. I gotta get the hell out of here. I just realized I'm up at 17 minutes. I've never made videos this long. See you guys tomorrow. Got an extremely bad one set up for you for Terrible Tuesday. It was very painful to make it through it. There was a couple of names I saw on there, though, that did make it a little easier to swallow the how bad it was. Alright, guys.